Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm gonna explain you the spectrum of consciousness. That is the entire spectrum where the consciousness, human consciousness level is determined on the scale from the 0 to 1000, and how the consciousness level will affect the day-to-day human life, our personal life, and how the things are been executed based on this our internal conscious, and how we can impact the outer world and real world. And of course, everything is dependent on the consciousness level. So yeah, starting from the base, with 20 points, it comes the shame, the fear and the shame of doing anything, or something might happen, or whatever happened in the past we regret. We often get trapped in the form of shame. Yeah, welcome to my brand new video. So here now today we'll see the spectrum of the consciousness level, where the human consciousness is generally displayed on the spectrum from the scale to 0 to 100, and this scale literally represents our day-to-day life, and this consciousness determines how we'll be acting, how our thoughts will be provoking inside our minds, and how the things will be executed in our day-to-day life, and how we can really impact the outside world. So starting from the base point, that is with 20 points, it comes the shame, the getting shame or feeling of shame in ourselves is at the base point, and this is the worst thing one person can ever go through. And just below that, it comes the feeling of guilt. Even if you don't do anything, but still you feel that guilt inside you, and without doing any kind of crime or any kind of stuff, that you are unknowingly feeling this kind of shame, and literally going through this low level of consciousness in your life. And then then next comes the apathy. The apathy means the feeling of helplessness or hopelessness in life, and one must have, everyone has felt this kind of the first thing comes is the shame with the 20 points. It is the lowest feeling one human can ever experience. It's a feeling of shame, or feeling miserable in their life, and it's at the bottom. This is the lowest point where a human can ever exist in their life, and feeling of miserable, or feeling of very hatred to oneself, and the person starts to hate himself as well as himself or herself, and also you start hating the world, and whatever you are doing it, you tend to hate that your environment, internal as well as the external environment. So this is at the base. The next come is the feeling of guilt. This guilt is this is the kind of feeling, where you feel yourself as the victimized person, or you are generally feel yourself as a hopeless, or kind of you generally tend to blame others at this stage. And generally we find people around us doing such kind of acts, and they are generally at this conscious level. So this at the spectrum of 30 points, and this is the second last point where the people can experience at this. In the third stage, the apathy means feeling of hopelessness, or you feel that everything is finished now, nothing is possible in life, and you are just stuck in the dead end zone where there's no possibilities for you to get up, and you often feel miserable and hopeless at this point. And this apathy comes with very much of it's the least form of consciousness at the third last point, where generally when we are living ourselves in the world, then we must experience around her. Then it comes to the grief. This involves the sadness or the depression. You are into your mind goes into a continuous loop of some kind of tragedy, and your thoughts again and again that what are the negative things that have been happening in your life, and generally that thoughts generally recycles and pops up in your mind, and it just goes into the infinite loop, and that's called depression. And this happens at this level of consciousness. These people generally face this kind of problem when there is Generally, this we human beings generally try to progress from the lowest conscious world to the higher levels. So this progression, and every human being has experienced this kind of stuff at one point in their life. So this is the one. So next one is, so next comes is the fear. There's a lot of people I have seen, and I have seen myself as well, stuck in this kind of consciousness at one or the other point in our life. This fear of getting judged, fear of getting something bad will happen in future, or you are just continuously worrying yourself and taking the thing seriously, which actually in real life it doesn't have add any value to your life. Still you are just stuck in that thought of fear, or something will happen, something bad will happen, something negative will happen. And this is the one conscious that we must eliminate in life. And most of the time I have seen in this world, most of the people are at this stage only at a fear. They generally are afraid of doing anything and attempting anything, or they are trying to, at least if nothing is possible, they are just trying to pull someone down into their category. This is very dangerous. So just maintain some distance from these people, of course. So ultimately we are rising our consciousness first. Next comes is the desire. This desire of getting anything or just wanting anything, irrespective of what is, irrespective of creating the boundary between what is need and what is greed. They're just mixing into oneself, and they just try to see. Next is the aggression mode, where a person finds himself or herself with a very aggressive or state of mind or thoughts with certain, they are just connected to certain incidents, a certain behavior pattern, so that they are just trying to execute their anger in any form in the society, so, or in the environment. They are just impacting themselves negatively, as well as they tend to try to hurt or impact negatively around them as well in the environment. Then comes the pride. You are generally dependent on the external assets like car, your liabilities and assets, whatever is there. You are just dependent on that. You are just feeling yourself as proud, but internally, from inside, you are just a shallow person. And these people tend to be like creating some scene around them, and they are just making the fool out of themselves. And then comes the level of courage. This is one of the best thing, where the one person gets transition from the lower group to the higher group. This is the borderline where a person transitions himself to the next level, and this is something slowly we are moving towards the positive side of the consciousness. So the courage is the feeling of empowerment, or feeling of willingness to do the things in the material world, and with the power and with full passion we generally try to do our things. And this is the one point. Next comes is the neutrality. Neutrality is when you find yourself in the situation where you feel very confident from inside, and your self-confidence is literally high, and you're trying to be a very positive person from outside as well. And this is the one. Next comes is the willingness. At this stage, a human generally feels very successful in life. She or he feels that they are very successful in life, and they have achieved a lot of things. And generally they tend to be very influencers in the society, and they're generally creating the positive environment. The next level comes is the acceptance. In this stage, a human feels that is accepted everywhere. He just being inclusive in the society, in the environment, in the world. Stage, a person starts to feel himself very spiritual, and the resistance to life becomes near to the negligible. And this is the stage where a person experiences the oneness with the environment and the society, and generally tend to become vegetarian. He becomes very compassionate to the others, and because he is literally connected, he starts to connect with the nature. And this is the one stage which is very crucial in everyone's life. And the next level comes is the reason. At this stage, a person feels that they are very, it's not just feeling, but a person becomes very rational and very positive towards their life, and tries to change the society as well. At this stage, a person generally tends to like creating some positive impact on the society and start to think intelligently, because he uses intelligence and he applies the rational and real world. A person when a person and this person starts using their intelligence at the extreme level, and that benefits positively to society as well as themselves. Next comes is the love. This is the stage where a person experiences the pure emotion and experiences this pure emotion inside out, and that energy, that vibration just radiates in each and every cell of their body, and the person just feels with love and just treats everyone with love and compassion, irrespective of people or environment or non-living things and living things, everything. This is the love of highest level. A person just neutralizes himself in this universe, and he becomes from transitioning from the spirit to the completely different dimension, and this person experiences a very high quality of life. The next level comes is the joy, the feeling of joyness in their life, with extremely cool, passionate. This is the state of life where a person experiences the highest form of emotion, the highest form of intelligence, the highest form of life. The joyness will be just inclusive in every action and every reaction as well, and this person just enters into such a mode that a person just, you will see this person always smiling with joy and compassion and love and all this positive element, whatever is there, you will find in that person. You will, just by sitting beside this person, you will feel that vibration of joy and excitement and peacefulness. It's one of the best things. Then comes is the peace. This is at the second level with the 800 points. The peace. At this stage, a human being experiences the extreme peace in their life. There is no thoughts, there is no negative emotions, there is no there's no kind of any external factor that can impact this person or this soul, and this person just eradicates all his problems, negativities, all his worries, and a person experiences all these things. We just with the negative and positive emotions or feels, all these traps, it just comes aside at this level and experience the peace of this is not just a mindful or emotional peace. This peace is the spiritual peace. And now comes the final stage, that is the stage of enlightenment with the 1000 points. At this stage, a person is not a person. It becomes literally the God. What do you call it? There's no difference between this person. This person just completely 100% detached from the external world, detached from the bodily desires, bodily emotions, bodily whatever at the body level, whatever feels, everything he has eradicated. He has detached from his own self, and he just neutralizes with himself, with the universe, and just connect with the universe. And yes, the people like Gautam Buddha and all those great people who has touched this high level of consciousness, that is the enlightenment, and this is the final stage.